Hi everyone, how you going? I'm going good. This is going to be part 2 for my year of self-expression. It's going to be like the diary, the smash book, art journal, scrapbook, all in one, okay? And because it's my first year, I really didn't want to go out and buy anything, but what I thought was I'm going to use recycled paper, and the measurements for my book, I'll just let you know, that's about 8 1/4 by 5 by 6, by about 6. I'll say it's about 8 by 6, my pages. And what I've done, I've just grabbed pages from an old, this is an old bank envelope that my grandkids got, so I've recycled that. I'm recycling a little chemist booklet, which some of these I might have to cover over, but that's okay because I'm planning, see, I'm vomiting and diarrhea, I don't want that showing, so I'm going to put a background down on my pages, which will be either paint or I'll collage over it, because that's what I'm feeling that I want to do personally. And I just gathered the pages together, roughly all the same size, some a little bit larger than the others, and I just machine stitched the centres, so that's like one little signature. And then I've got this other one here that was just from a catalogue and my daughter's old Avon campaign books, and I've done the same, just gathered a few pages together and sewn down, machine stitched down the centres. And I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I made 14 that size. And I know it's more than the 12 months of the year, but I don't know how much I want to use just for 1 month. Seeing as though this is my first time, I've really got no idea. I might have just one of these signatures for 1 month, or I might have 1 and a bit signatures for 1 month. Or I might not even fill up one of these for 1 month, if you understand what I'm talking about. So that's what I'm planning. And I've also done a few little ones with just some paper in it, in case I get the inclination to do a few sketches as Gina had done and put through hers. So I've just done up 3 little booklets there. And for now, because it's not really flimsy, it's pretty solid, but so that I can carry it around in my handbag, I have got this thicker bit of cardboard that I kind of like messed up the centre, but that's okay. And this is a really, really thick cardboard. So I'm going to use this for my cover, and I'm going to put about 3 of these signatures in the cover at one time. And the way I'm going to do that is just to use some of this twine, and I'm just going to do what I call the lazy bind, right? So I'm just going to thread this through the centre of my cover 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then I will tie it, oops, let me turn it over, and then I'll tie that together up there. But I won't put this in until I actually decorate the cover. So I think that's what I'm going to actually do now, is just decorate this cover, because I can't put these signatures in until I've done that, until I'm happy with the cover. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'll just move these out of my road. Okay, what I'm going to do first is, I just want to, I've got this twine everywhere now. I got it threaded through the tape I wanted. I'm going to put some tape down here, because when I did bend it, I did rip it a little bit, and I don't want it to rip anymore. So I'm just going to take the centre and then come around and do this side, and this will actually strengthen it up a little bit too, so hopefully it won't rip anymore. There we go. Just press it down. Okay. And yeah, it still bends. I actually might put a bit more tape on either side of that. Why do they keep following me? Okay. Right. I know it won't come up anyway, because I plan on putting a bit of paint on it and collaging over it as well, but just to make sure. And I just want to, like, this is my way of doing it. You might have a totally different way. And it's just up to you what your personal preference is. Okay, so that's good so far. I'm going to give that a bit of gesso. That's the inside and that's the outside. And this here, you can see there's scribbles on that. I actually gave my grandkids this to just scribble on, and that's what they done. So it's a good size. A good piece of cardboard for me. So I've got my cover painted, both sides, the outside and the inside, and now I'm going to what am I going to do? I'm going to put some papers on it. Some This is just, oh, pardon me. This is just a plastic bag where I keep some of my papers. And I'm thinking if I can find enough pieces of leftover jelly prints, I might just use that. Oh, these, look at these. These bits of paper here, they were left over from when I done my 100 layers. So if you haven't seen that video, it'd be well worth popping back a few videos to watch the 100 layers. Okay, so I've got enough there. Oh, and I've got a sheet of drop paper here too. I might bring that out and use some of that. Alright. Okay. Now I'll stick this bit in fast forward also. I'm just going to use some, not gloss, acrylic matte medium. This is just my choice of adhesive. And I did buy a new brush. Yay, I brought a new brush for just for gluing. Okay, let me see what I can put down here. Okay, so I've got everything down that I want down. I think I might want a little bit extra here. Maybe that. Just to break that colour up a little. That's all right. Okay, that's more appealing to me. I don't know about you, but it is to me more appealing. Right, so I've got my first layer down for my cover, which is the front, but my front cover is far from being decorated yet. I just wanted to cover up the plain gessoed surface. So I'm going to let that dry and then I'll come back and do more or less the same to the inside. I'm going to let that dry completely, and then I'm just going to go around and get the edges off. Okay, my cover is completely dry, so what I'm going to do now, I've got to try, I want to fold it, so I'm just going to hopefully, and see, I'm ripping up that there a bit, but that's okay, because I'm thinking if I need to, I can put a bit of masking tape on there if I think it's going to rip too much. I'll just give this a score as well. I don't really need to score it, I just need to bend it up this side, just to flex it out a bit. See, I dragged the bone folder too hard on that, but that I don't think is going to worry me that much. Okay, so just keep going gentle, gentle, and it's the paper that I've collaged down has ripped a bit, but that's okay, that's fine by me. So there's my cover so far. And I might put a bit of masking tape over that. I just don't think I've got any at the moment. Have I? Any coloured ones anyway? Decorative tape. I'm just having a quick look. Oh, I don't. I've got some pink and black that I don't mind, but I don't know how much is on here. So that's my inside, and that's going to be my outside. So I'll just see if I've got enough of this tape to wrap it around, and that'll just add a bit more strength. Oh, there's not much there. I've got enough for here anyway. So I'm just going to put a bit of tape over that. Use this end, it's not as rough. And, well, why did I do that? Okay, I've got that end up. Oh dear, come on, come up, there we go. And hopefully I've got enough to bring it up to the centre up here. Keep your fingers crossed, because I know there's not much left on here. Yay, there is enough. Well, don't want it too crooked. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's good. I'm pleased with that. And I'll just snip it. It's very, very sticky tape, this one. Okay. So now I'll have another bend. It won't worry. Yeah, that's fine. It's a bit chunky there on the fold, but that's okay. That's not going to worry me that much. Right, let's bend it. There we go. I don't have to worry about the edges. And I actually like that strip down there, front and back, and in between. Okay, so that's that done. Now for my twine. I'm going to get the twine and I'm going to put that on now. I haven't done anything with the edges. I actually like that raw. I was going to put a bit of paint on them, but I actually like the raw look to around the edges. Yeah. Okay, so I've got my twine and I'm going to have about 3 signatures, which roughly is like 3 months in here at a time. Because being my first time, I don't know how much I'm actually going to put in a month. So if like the first month gets really bulky, it'll be easy to just slip it out and I can put it away for the end of the year for when I actually bind them all together. So all I'm going to do is go around here 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And before I tie that up, I'm going to bring them pretty close together. In the spine. Okay, right, I'm going to tie that now. Just let me cut that off from the reel. Whoops, that's the first one, isn't it? Just make sure I haven't twisted it over on the inside. No, that's all right. And then let's move over a bit. So I'm just going to tie them up the top here. Right, so there's my knot. Just cut that bit off there. Okay. And I've got I need the dusting now. Dust everything off onto the floor because I'll vacuum later. Okay. Right, so I'm just going to move, I didn't do that very tight, but I want to move that over a bit to be just on the opposite side of my centre, and the next one's going to be actually on the centre, the seam, and this one's going to be as close to that as I can get. Right, so I'm just grabbing my signatures. Oh. And I want that one first. I'll mix it up a bit. That one and that one. Okay. So these are my signatures, and I'm going to prep the signatures as well, but not for this video. This is just my basic getting it together, and I'm just making sure that this is going to be what I want. Right, so there's that one. There's that one, and the third one is there. Right, now, Okay, so that's the basics for my my year of self-expression. This is what I'm going to be using, and I'm going to be having this as a little travel one, so that, I mean, it's going to sit in my handbag, and it's going to come with me next year when I go out. Okay, and right, now what else do I have to do? So that's just the basics for my book. I am going to put some kind of closure on it, and because it's so hard, I'm thinking something elastic around here. But I'm starting to enjoy this, because you have to do something that you know you're going to enjoy, that you know you're going to want to work in, and just by looking at my cover, I know I'm going to want to work in it. I really am. Okay, all right, so I think that's it for part 2. I'll be back with all the other participants, and I will have a part 3, which is showing you more or less the finished product, the finished journal, or how I finish the journal off, and it'll be all ready for next year, and what I'm going to have with it. That's what I need to think of, because I'm thinking of getting a pencil case that size and just putting some bits and pieces in it, like some stickers. I need to go and print off a calendar, because I want a calendar in it, but I'm not sure if I want, for the month, whether I want the calendar just on one page or a full page. So I'm going to have a think about that, and a think about all the others, and the next video you'll see me finishing off my little journal, my year of self-expression. Okay, hope you enjoyed. Thanks very much for watching. You have a good day. Bye bye.